Okay, here's the two Tozing 52-inch wood blade fans that I bought, and they're installed now. These are the indoor variety, but I think the only difference between the indoor and the outdoor is that the outdoor has plastic blades. I liked the wood, so I coated them with spar polyurethane, so they should be okay out here on the back porch. And one note about the blades on these fans, they're of course natural wood, so there's differences in density and weights. So I believe they select the blades at the factory to match in weight. The two boxes, the blades were within 5 grams of each other. I sanded down the blades to within 1 gram of each other before I painted them. So I don't have any wobble to speak of at all, which I'm happy with. One note though is that the blades in between the two boxes, there was over an ounce difference in the weight. So if you swapped blades between boxes, you would have significant wobble in the fan. Just wanted to mention that. Thanks. The lights are 120 volt. They are 15 watts, which is equivalent to about 100 to 120 watts incandescent, and they light up this 10 by 20 porch perfectly. The motor's only 35 watts, but the blades are pretty efficient. The contour on them, and it puts out a lot of air. So I've got the remote. You can program the remote. I programmed one remote to do both fans, and the motors the motors are quiet. All you hear is a little bit of wind, and they put out more wind than most ceiling fans that I've had. You can see the plants are moving, and this box is moving around a little bit, so that I can feel the wind. Here's the manual here. You can see it's kind of moving around a little bit there. Anyway, puts out a good amount of wind. I'm happy with that. Now, about the controls, you can set the light and the fan to either maintain their last setting or turn the fan on, or turn the light on and the fan off when it's power cycled. So that's what I set it to. That's the way I wanted it. So when I turn the light switch off and turn it back on, it turns both fans off, but it turns both lights on, which is what I wanted. One kind of quirky thing is that I set the remote to control both fans, but there's no real control. The only control there's 3, let me back up. There's 3 light temperatures, warm, medium, and kind of cool white. And the only way to change the light temperature is to turn the light off and back on again. So these two fans have kind of gotten out of whack. One's medium white and one's cool white. So that's kind of a quirk that, it's not a big deal to me, but I'll have to get the other remote and set these back to be in sync. Now, as far as the installation goes, they went up really nicely. The only issue we had is in the very top. There's not a huge amount of room, and the controller takes up a lot of room. So I think they did have some issues with wiring and clearance and stuff. So I think the best idea is to wire the controller first, and then after you dress up the wires, then put the mounting bracket on. That will solve that issue. The lights, as I mentioned, they're 110, 120 volts. You could wire them separately if you wanted to and bypass the controller, but I think the light changing function is built in to the light itself. So even if you put it on a separate switch, you would still have the light cycling feature. So that's it. I hope you appreciate this review. Thanks.